Welcome to Travel Nation, your gateway to the world's most fascinating places, people, and power plays. Today, we embark on a riveting journey through the top 10 richest Arab countries in 2025, not merely by statistics, but through the layered stories that shape their fortunes. From oil empires to innovation hubs, these nations showcase how history, geography, policy, and people intertwine to build empires of wealth. 1. Qatar. The crown jewel of global energy, Qatar sits comfortably at the top, with a GDP per capita of $81,968. A stunning feat for a country with a population under 3 million. Its wealth story begins with one key resource: natural gas. Located above the North Dome Field, the largest natural gas reserve on the planet, Qatar harnessed this energy wealth through state-of-the-art LNG, liquefied natural gas, facilities. Over the past 2 decades, the country strategically became the world's largest LNG exporter, supplying energy to Asia and Europe. But what makes Qatar remarkable isn't just the resource, but how it's used. Through Qatar Investment Authority, the nation has purchased stakes in iconic global assets, from London's Harrods and the Shard, to American energy firms, European ports, and African agriculture. Meanwhile, the urban marvel of Doha has transformed into a global city of luxury and culture, crowned by institutions like the Museum of Islamic Art and Qatar Cultural Village. And after hosting the 2022 FIFA World Cup, Qatar positioned itself as a sports and diplomacy capital. Qatar's long-term vision includes moving away from hydrocarbons by investing in education, healthcare, and knowledge economies. It's small, but strategically global. 2. United Arab Emirates. Desert Visions made real the United Arab Emirates, with a GDP per capita of $51,602, has crafted one of the most diversified and resilient economies in the Arab world. Unlike oil-rich states that stayed dependent, the UAE aggressively invested in real estate, aviation, trade, and tourism. Dubai, once a modest fishing village, now commands global attention with landmarks like the Burj Khalifa, Palm Jumeirah, and Expo 2020's Legacy City, District 2020. Meanwhile, Abu Dhabi powers the nation's oil economy but also leads in renewable energy through Masdar City, one of the world's most sustainable urban initiatives. The UAE's legal and business-friendly environment has attracted multinationals, digital nomads, and millions of tourists annually. It's also a fintech and logistics hub, bridging East and West, with Emirates Airline and DP World connecting global markets. With forward-looking policies, space programs, and regional diplomacy, the UAE represents a post-oil Arab future already in motion. 3. Saudi Arabia. The awakening giant Saudi Arabia is undergoing one of the boldest socio-economic transformations in modern history. With a GDP per capita of $32,586, it's more than oil, it's Vision 2030. While it remains the world's top oil exporter, Saudi Arabia under Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman is shifting gears. The $500 billion futuristic city of Neom, being built from scratch, symbolizes a dramatic reinvention, powered by AI, sustainability, and high-tech infrastructure. Cultural liberalization is equally significant. Cinemas reopened after 35 years. Women can drive and work in formerly restricted sectors. Tourism is booming, with ancient Nabatean cities like Alula now attracting international visitors. Investment in sports, like hosting boxing events, F1 races, and acquiring stakes in football clubs, represents a soft power strategy designed to reshape global perceptions. The kingdom is moving from oil dependency to a service-based economy while maintaining its geopolitical grip over energy prices through OPEC+ leadership. 4. Kuwait. The quiet financial fortress Kuwait, with a GDP per capita of $28,464, often flies under the radar. But behind its modest skyline lies one of the world's largest sovereign wealth funds, the Kuwait Investment Authority, KIA, worth over $700 billion. Kuwait's riches stem from decades of oil exports and prudent financial management. It pioneered oil nationalization in the 1970s and used that leverage to build a cradle-to-grave welfare system, free healthcare, education, and even marriage grants. But the country now faces political gridlock. Its parliament is one of the most active in the Gulf, leading to frequent government changes. Despite this, Kuwait remains fiscally conservative, avoiding reckless mega-projects and focusing on maintaining strong cash reserves. Its wealth is not flashy, but deeply entrenched and carefully guarded for future generations. 5. Bahrain, financial pioneer of the Gulf with $21,266 GDP per capita. Bahrain is a small archipelago with big ambitions. It was the first Gulf country to discover oil in the 1930s, but it knew early that its reserves were limited. That's why Bahrain pivoted toward finance, building one of the region's most advanced banking sectors. Today, Manama hosts more than 400 financial institutions, serving as a banking gateway between Saudi Arabia and the global market. Its relatively liberal environment has also made it a center for fintech startups, blockchain innovation, and regional headquarters for Western companies. Culturally, Bahrain celebrates its ancient Dilmun civilization heritage, showcasing a blend of history and modernity. While it lacks the scale of UAE or Saudi Arabia, Bahrain punches above its weight in finance and diplomacy. 6. Oman. The silent strategist Oman's $19,509 GDP per capita reflects a balance between resource wealth and strategic diversification. Unlike its neighbors, Oman's leadership avoided debt-fueled expansion. Instead, it focused on building infrastructure, ports, and logistics corridors connecting the Indian Ocean to the Gulf. The port of Duke is becoming a vital node for trade routes bypassing the Strait of Hormuz. Tourism is also a growing pillar. With untouched coastlines, mountain villages, and heritage sites, Oman is attracting high-end travelers seeking authenticity. Its cautious economic reforms under Vision 2040 focus on human capital, SMEs, and renewable energy. Oman offers a model of quiet, calculated progress. 7. Libya. A wealthy nation trapped by conflict despite years of civil war, Libya still boasts a GDP per capita of $15,000, thanks to its enormous oil reserves, the largest in Africa. Before 2011, Libya's economy was thriving under Gaddafi's autocracy. But the post-revolution years have brought instability. Yet even amid conflict, oil fields continue operating, and revenues occasionally flow through the central bank. The country's infrastructure needs rebuilding, but it has immense potential, particularly if peace prevails. Ports, airports, and agriculture zones remain underdeveloped. With the right leadership, Libya could leap into the top economic tier of Africa and the Arab world. 8. Lebanon. Banking brilliance undone. Lebanon's GDP per capita of $12,000 conceals a more painful reality: currency collapse, inflation, and mass poverty. Once the financial hub of the Middle East, Lebanon's banking sector attracted Arab wealth during regional conflicts. Beirut was a cosmopolitan magnet of arts, food, and finance. But after years of mismanagement, corruption, and the 2020 port explosion, its economy unraveled. The Lebanese pound lost over 90% of its value. Yet, its diaspora remittances and entrepreneurial spirit still keep it afloat. If governance improves, Lebanon's educated population and resilient private sector could stage a comeback. 9. Jordan. A desert nation with strategic value. Jordan, with $9,000 GDP per capita, lacks major resources, but excels in political stability, human capital, and diplomacy. It's one of the most peaceful countries in the region, often mediating conflicts and hosting millions of refugees. Despite its limitations, it thrives on sectors like pharmaceuticals, tourism, petrol, Jerash, and IT services. Foreign aid plays a role, but Jordan is increasingly building up a knowledge economy. Its universities and startups make it a rising force in regional tech. 10. Tunisia. Between promise and pressure. Tunisia, with $8,500 GDP per capita, is the only North African country on this list. It sparked the Arab Spring and remains one of the region's few surviving democracies. Its economy is anchored in agriculture, olive oil, dates, mining, phosphates, textiles, and a growing tourism sector. Carthage, Kairouan, and the Mediterranean coast draw millions. Challenges remain: youth unemployment, inflation, and political uncertainty. But its democratic foundation and EU trade ties give it unique leverage. Closing thoughts. The tapestry of Arab wealth, from the skyscrapers of Dubai to the temples of Petra, and from gas empires like Qatar to the cultural resilience of Lebanon. The Arab world is economically diverse, strategically vital, and geopolitically influential. Some nations were blessed with oil. Others with vision. All with complex paths forward. Thank you for joining Travel Nation for this deep journey through the top 10 richest Arab countries in 2025. We hope this exploration brought new perspectives, not just about wealth, but about ambition, adversity, and adaptation. Don't forget to subscribe for more global deep dives, only on Travel Nation.